Alright, so we have a Season 11 Cup game about to start here. This is going to be a crab mirror. It is Purple Potato 27 versus Mozi. I don't believe I've ever seen Purple Potato play before, but he got the 3rd seed this season, so... definitely interesting decks on both sides here, actually. Mozi, of course, is running his Dragon Splash. He has 3 Censure. He's running Charge. A lot of interesting stuff in there. Only 6 attachments as well. And then Potato is running the standard Unicorn Splash, but he has some interesting choices. He's still running Defend the Wall instead of Upholding Authority. He also has some weird character choices. There's no Satoshi in the deck. He also has no Rebuild, which is interesting. He's running Kuni, Yori, Intimidating Hida, Hiruma, Kogoe. Few odd choices here. Alright, looks like we are getting started. Hey Arash, how's it going? So, waiting on mulligans here. Of course, they're both running Keeper of Water. So, I think Mozi probably wants to see some kind of big military guy here, just in case he finds a charge. Witch Hunter's fine, Kasada's good, Tainted Hero's good. Ooh, it looks like, he finds turn 1 Karada District. That is going to be pretty tough to deal with. Oh wait, no, that's Potato who found it. Okay. So that's actually not as bad. Trying out new restricted lists with Dragon, yeah. The new restricted list is going to be pretty interesting. The crab deck is going to stay pretty much the same, but definitely the dragon deck and the scorpion deck probably are going to have some changes, so that should be interesting. So yeah, Mozi doesn't actually mind this as much because his only attachments are 3 Reprieve and 3 Watch Commander. Mozi really wants to find his Karada District though, because Potato is playing 20 attachment crab, so lots of targets to steal there. He'll still want to try to kill this Karada District if he can, just so he can safely play his attachments. Yeah, the Pablo deck takes a hit. Yeah, I think standard Unicorn Splash crab is just going to be, like, you just won't be able to beat that anymore. It's just going to be the strongest crab deck. Manicured Garden is the province there. Purple Potato is going to gain a fate. Ooh, Mozi finds his Karada District as well with his Satoshi and discards 2 keepers. And he is going for the watering here. So he won't get a ring effect, but he will get those 2 keeper initiates, which is pretty important. Let's see. Purple Potato actually only has 4 conflict characters. He's running 2 Wayfinder, 2 Skirmisher. He does play a Skirmisher here, so he is going to be able to Stronghold and win this conflict on defense potentially. That would get him a Keeper Fate from Keeper of Water, so playing this Skirmisher would essentially be free, although it does still take a card. So, I mean, Mozi can just pass for now since he is still winning. But after the Crab Stronghold gets used, he will want to play a military buff if he has it. Ooh, he plays Charge to bring in a Steadfast Witch Hunter. That's pretty strong. If he can actually get the break on this Karada district, that would be very, very good. He could potentially... Oh, no, he doesn't have any Fate. Never mind. So he won't be able to play any attachments this turn unless Potato hits Manicured. We'll see. But yeah, you don't have to use the box now. I might have actually waited for him to use the Stronghold before I committed the charge there, just to force him to use it. There's... Okay, so yeah, it's probably not going to really matter. Mozi is going to get that Watering though, so he does get those Keeper Initiates. Doesn't quite get the break, but that's okay. He can attack Manicured again later this turn for free. Purple Potato passes his conflict. So yeah, I still think Mozi should have forced him to commit the Stronghold there. I don't really see a very good reason not to. Mozi is just going to go all in now at this Manicured Gardens. Nope, maybe leaving a Keeper at home. It looks like he's going for the Air Ring, so he does have this Witch Hunter here to unbow someone, and there's no way for Purple Potato to do anything about that, I think, unless he would have to play a Wayfinder and then play a Cloud. That's the only way to do something. Shrewd Yasuki is going to draw him a card. It's always good. This is 5-2, so Mozi will need 2 more skill if he wants to break. Court Games would do it, although Stronghold could counter that. We do see a Court Games. So yeah, this Stronghold actually is going to matter a lot here. I still think he should have waited to bait out the Stronghold on that first attack. Hold on, let me go back and check something. Yeah, he didn't even... I guess he wanted to charge the Witch Hunter, and he wasn't sure if Potato was going to do a military attack this turn. That's the only reason to play the charge there instead of waiting for him to take an action. But forcing out the Stronghold here might have been the difference between a break. He has a Force Shame though, so it looks like it probably just won't matter. Unless Potato has another card. He has a Court Games. Does Mozi have another Force Shame? He could actually play an attachment. Ooh, he has an Assassinate. That's really strong. So Assassinate on the 1 Fate Shrujisuki. It did get to use its ability, so not a complete loss there. But definitely a very, very strong turn for Mozi. There's a Wayfinder into the conflict, but that's not going to be enough to prevent the break. And Mozi doesn't even have to use the Witch Hunter now, like... I don't think Potato is going to... Ooh, he has a fan, though. Interesting that Mozi went for the Air Ring. I guess he figured he was going to assassinate, so he wanted to get the honor back. He would need... Ooh, he has a Let Go. Okay. That's not what you want to use the Let Go on. But if it gets you the break on the Karada district, then it's good. But there's another fan. Wow, that is unfortunate. So after all that, he's not quite going to get the break there. Funny enough, he actually would have got the break if he committed the other Keeper Initiate. He does get the Air Ring though, and he's still going to have this very large board next turn. Potato's just going to pass that conflict there, so the Witch Hunter will die, which is a little bit unfortunate with Karada. Yeah, he already has Karada, so Let Go is not really that terrible, but it is still nice to use it on like the reprieves and stuff. because you can only Karada once a turn, so you know there's always going to be like some extra attachment that you don't have a way to deal with. Um, but yeah, generally when you charge a Witch Hunter, you want to use its ability that turn to get more out of it. He wasn't able to do that. I think he should have sent the other keeper on the attack as well. Ooh, wow, we see Satoshi get used. He's going to discard that keeper and find another Satoshi. He discarded most of his deck there, though. He only has 6 cards left. I wonder if he's going to play this Casada. I feel like you don't. Ooh, he does play it. Wow. With 1 fate. So, yeah, mozi is not really in the best position fate-wise here. Being forced to play that character. It would have been nice for him to see, like, a Borderlands defender, but of course he doesn't run that because... I don't know. Yeah, it definitely feels greedy playing the 1 fate Casada. If he can keep the ability on the whole turn, it will be pretty good. mozi is actually going to bid 1 here. He's worried about decking out. That's going to lose him 5 honor, so he wants to get that honor back. But he's now down 6 cards, which is a lot. Yeah, after the game, I'm going to say that, ooh, we see Cloud the Mind on Hida Casada. That is, Cloud the Mind is actually exactly what you want to hold the let goes for, because Karada District can't deal with it, so... Let go is the only response you have to that. We see a covert on Casada and a military void at Meditations. Meditations is a really good find here. I'm actually not sure why he put the Karada on Meditations. I probably would have put it on Shameful. Yeah, I think he put it on Shameful. Definitely. I guess maybe he wanted to bait the Shrewd Yasuki into attacking it, but yeah, I think Shameful is just better. So mozi's gonna commit a very large defense here. He doesn't want that Void Ring to go off. After this conflict, he can Funeral Pyre one of these keepers and then go for water, potentially. I think that's a pretty good play. And Potato doesn't have anything, so just going to let him have that win. So yeah, you definitely Funeral Pyre a keeper and then go for water, I think. Like, you just go military water. What's he going to do about it? He hasn't Funeral Pyred yet. He can do it during the conflict, though. I guess it doesn't really matter. It seems like Purple Potato has not found any spyglasses yet, which is a little bit unfortunate for him. We see a defense here with Borderlands Defender. If he has a Mountain Does Not Fall, this is not the best time to use it because he is first player. But he could potentially Mountain here. We see Manicured to gain a Fate. There's the Funeral Pyre. Yeah, there is the Mountain. He does have 3 of those in the deck, as well as 3 Fight On and 3 Gaijin Customs, so he probably doesn't feel very bad about using one here. Although, if you do have the Gaijin Customs, I would rather use that while you have a Unicorn character in play. What you could even do here is you could use Vanguard Warrior to put a Fate on the Wayfinder so it doesn't get bowed by the Water Ring, but I don't think you should do that because I think he's just going to unbow Satoshi anyway. Seems like the better play. Depending on what's in his hand, he might not. So it looks like we're going to see a win but not break here, thanks to that Stronghold use. Yep. So Satoshi gets readied. Out come the keepers. You could actually safely play a reprieve here if you're mozi, because if he Karatas you, you just Karata back. Not that he needs to this turn, but in the future. Like, as long as both of the Karatas are on the field, they just cancel each other out, essentially. Like, there's not even any point for anyone to use one. So mozi's going to defend here with just the keepers. This is political, so 3 to 4. We see a pass, so mozi's going to win that, actually, which is pretty good because he has 3 rings now, so he's guaranteed to keep the favor for that censure. And he can probably go back to bidding 5 next turn, get some more cards. He definitely wants the Earth Ring here, 100%. This is not going to be a break again, but he will probably get the win here. We see a court games to dishonor Satoshi. That's fine. He's still winning. He has his own court games, though. I'm going to counter that. Wow, there's still 1 Satoshi in the deck. How many Imperial cards does he have? He has Kurata, 3 Satoshi, Palace. He hasn't seen Palace, so yeah, that was kind of an unfortunate mill there. Earthring is going to discard Bonsai, and now they both have the same hand size. And somehow Purple Potato is at 5 honor. That's kind of crazy, actually. I mean, I guess he hasn't really gained any honor this game, right? Like, he's just been losing it. But that definitely feels kind of bad. You probably keep the Funeral Pyre. No, he discards it, actually. Wait, how many... Okay, he's seen 2 of those. So there's a good chance he sees the last one. He sees Satoshi and Witch Hunter and Palace. Going to Satoshi dupe. After he plays Witch Hunter, he will have 1 card left in his Dynasty deck. Ooh, we see Kogoe. And she is turned on right now. Okay, Witch Hunter to Fate. So what mozi can actually do here... Oh, no, he doesn't have Funeral Pyre anymore. Never mind. I was going to say you sack 1 Keeper to Funeral Pyre and 1 to Witch Hunter, and then you get Watering and get all 3 of them back. You definitely don't want those to get reshuffled either way. But I think he won't be able to prevent one of them from being reshuffled. He can keep 2 for next turn. They're both going to bid 1 there. That's fair. Purple Potato doesn't want to drop honor here. And mozi is happy just keeping the same hand size. We see, wow, big military air attack here at the Manicured Garden. So we could potentially see the break here. Can't he just Satoshi before they die? No, because that would... Yeah, that would mill out his Dynasty deck, but it wouldn't force the reshuffle. Right? Unless I'm misunderstanding you. Because he uses Satoshi, it draws his whole deck, and then... Ooh, wow, we see a Censure on Mountain Does Not Fall, really strong. But yeah, Satoshi will never win Earth. That's a good point, actually. You could win the Earth Ring and then Satoshi right before you win. Ooh, Talisman, though, that's strong. Does mozi have a Let Go? He's going to use Karada. That's not really going to do anything. It's just going to get Karada'd back. Like, you should have just let go of that if you had it. I think he probably doesn't have it. What's he going to switch to with this talisman? Oh, right. Earth doesn't draw Dynasty. Whoops. Yeah. It's the Dynasty deck, not the Conflict deck. That's true. Could go to Shameful or just Shameful, I think. Yeah, that's how this game works, for sure. Ooh, we see a rebuild. Pulling a Kuni Labs back to get to keep the break there. Talisman's going to move. So I guess he's moving just to save the Karada, basically. Like, there's not really a good province to move to here. He's going to defend the wall, so yeah, he's just going to give this province up to save Karada. And just let this keeper get discarded because it doesn't matter. That's one thing I do want to mention, though. Airang takes 1 honor, down to 4 now. Is that Purple Potato is not running Satoshi, and I think it's just like objectively wrong to not run Satoshi in Crab right now. He just does so much for a Crab. Like mozi being able to see all 3 keepers here and just rebuild literally any province he wants is really big. Whereas Potato has just now seen his first keeper initiate. So Gaijin Customs readies this Borderlands Defender. If mozi can take care of this talisman, this is a 1x talisman, so he won't have to worry about that for the rest of the game if he can do something about that. We'll see what Purple Potato does here. He's going to go for Void, it looks like, to protect his Borderlands Defender with the talisman. Seems good. Can't really go into meditations, so we'll see what he finds. This is a little bit dangerous, though. It could be Flooded Waste. Could be Fertile Fields. You don't really want to give him more cards, right? I think mozi is hoping that this is Fertile Fields that he hits. That's definitely what I would be hoping. Because Flooded Waste loses to second Wayfinder. Ooh, it's Upholding Authority. So not really the ideal province to flip the Imperial Palace on. The whole point of Upholding Authority is that you want it to break. And it's not really going to do anything here. So mozi is just going to defend this and pass. He'll win that conflict. There's a political left for both players still. So I think you can... Ooh, I was going to say maybe you save the Witch Hunter and have Satoshi in both of these conflicts, but he's going to go ahead and use it there. Wow, big attack actually. Going for this Water Ring. So the Water Ring bows the Wayfinder, or it unbows Kasada, I guess. Big defense as well. Can he win this? This is preventing the break currently. I don't think he can win this. Yeah, he's just going to pass. I would probably just take the win here. Yeah, it brings out both keepers, which is really important. That is why he's going for water here. If it weren't for the keepers, he would just go for like earth probably. So yeah, ready's Kasada, out come the keepers. And yeah, he can mill now next turn. 1 keeper will get shuffled in, but that's not really a big deal. And he has plenty of honor. Still these 2 Karada districts are sitting here unbroken though. Potato has an Iron Mine this turn. He could Iron Mine this Wayfinder. Or he could try to save it for next turn. Wow. Claims the Imperial favor 10-0. That's kind of crazy. He is going to use the Iron Mine here. I think that's probably correct. You don't want to risk mozi just breaking it. Mozi's going to discard a couple cards there, so he will reshuffle this next turn if he buys anything, I guess. Funeral Pyre, Cooney Lab, and Heated Guardian. Not really what you want to see, probably. Potato finds an Envoy. He'll go ahead and play that. You definitely play the Guardian with probably a couple of Fate even. Like, you have so much Fate and you have 3 holdings in play. Yeah, I would just play it with 2 Fate, and that is what he does. Potato has an Intimidating Hita here. Not really going to be that good. I mean, he's a bunch of stats, which is fine, but other than that, not a whole lot. Ooh! Mozi mills exactly his Keeper Initiate into Satoshi dupe. Yeah, +6/+6 Heated Guardian is nothing to laugh at either. That Keeper Initiate literally on top of the deck, though. How insane is that? That's pretty crazy. Wow, we actually see Kuniyori get played here with 2 Fate as well. So Purple Potato, he'll probably get the passing Fate. I think mozi will dupe Satoshi here, probably. You could just take it, I guess. Although I'm not really sure what he's going to do with 1 Fate that you're really that worried about. Yeah, he is just going to dupe Satoshi. Seems good. And you're still 8 Fate to 1, like... Purple Potato is going to need some kind of saves this turn, which will have to be... The only one he could have would be Reprieve. He does have that Kogoe going still. I would pass. I don't know, I think this is fine. Yeah, I mean, you could just pass and try to stop him from voiding you, but... This way you get to see another card next turn, so... I think it's fine. Cooney Labs triggers there. Man, these are some pretty big boards. So mozi is, ooh, yeah, I think Earth Ring is probably the biggest ring here. Mozi really needs a let go for any potential reprieves. He doesn't have to worry about rebuild because there are no rebuilds in Potato's deck, but if there is a reprieve, he needs to let go of that. So I would definitely go for Earth here if I were Potato. I think Fire doesn't seem as good. He's going to go at Upholding Authority. Going at Upholding Authority is a bit interesting as well. Mozi's just going to defend it, though. Doesn't want to let it break. Well, yeah, it has Cooney Labs on it, so I guess you can't let it break. So just going to defend that and then pass. It's going to be hard to do any kind of attack here, though. Like, what are you going to do? I think you might have to just pass your first conflict. We see Funeral Pyre get used. Okay. Sure. See an extra card there. I think at this point, I think mozi like really just wants to make it to next turn when most of this Potato's board is going to be clearing. So we might actually see him just pass his first conflict. No, it looks like he is going to attack. Wow, big attack. Yeah, I don't know if you send the Witch Hunter. Yeah, so it looks like Political Water. Ooh, he is sending the Witch Hunter? I think you leave Witch Hunter at home. I think you go Satoshi Guardian, Political Water. You have 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 15 skill with just those 2 characters. Witch Hunter only adds 3. He is sending the Witch Hunter as well, though. He should water second conflict. Yeah, so he can... I mean, the problem with that is that the ring effect does nothing then. But yeah, after you sacrifice the third keeper to stand someone. This is fine, though. Like, it forces Potato to defend with these no fate characters. It looks like, wow, he's just going to defend with everyone here. This attack is risky. He could have Flooded Waste. Well, we happen to have access to the deck list, since this is the cup, and so we know that he does not have Flooded Waste. Possibility of Way the Crab. Yeah, Way the Crab, you do have to watch out for. You want to keep your Keeper Initiate around just in case he does have that. Yeah, open lists. Because if you do sack the Keeper Initiate and then you Way the Crabs you're kind of sad. Like, not too sad, you just lose your Heat of Guardian, but still kind of sad. So we see the conflict get moved to Shameful Display here. Mozi passes. It looks like he has already used his Heat of Guardian. There's the Shameful Display. As I don't think Kuniyori's been used yet. It would lose him 1 honor. Yeah, I mean, losing... That's assuming that... Ooh, okay, we see an Izumi Infiltrator. That's going to bring him up to breaking. There's the Stronghold, though. So Mozi needs another character here. Or a Court Games, or an attachment, or something. Ooh, we see a Force Shame on Kuniyori, so that's going to remove that honor. So they are tied now. We see a Mountain Does Not Fall, though, on Kuniyori, and no censure for that. That's not really a big deal, though, because you can stand someone with Witch Hunter and you're getting your 2 keepers with your Kuni Lab. So he has a political left, so you stand Satoshi and then you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, how is he going to do anything about that, right? If he doesn't have another conflict character, he will lose an honor to Intimidating Hida, I guess, but that's not really a big deal. Ooh, and the Watering Ready's his other keeper, so doesn't even waste that ring effect, which is pretty nice. So he can just do a full defense with his keepers here if the Yuri attacks, and then after that stand up Satoshi. He definitely would like to break this Shameful Display this turn if possible, or the Karada District, I guess, if he can. Which one do you break? Probably just break Karada, right? Like, just get rid of that permanently. Purple Potato passes his conflict. Ooh, Haruma Skirmisher, that's very strong. But there's a Finger of Jade that's going to cancel the covert. I would stand up my Witch Hunter now. Just sacrifice this Keeper Initiate. Ooh, he doesn't do it. 9 to 4. So he is still breaking any province he attacks. But yeah, I would have definitely stood the Witch Hunter, because then you just have more skill, right? Like, I don't really see the reason not to do that. I guess you're still protected from Way of the Crab this way. Whereas otherwise you would have to lose like an Infiltrator or something. I don't know. Finger of Jade cancels the covert, so Yori will defend. We'll see if he actually uses that ability this turn, or if he just wants to save his honor. Ooh, we see a Bonsai. So double bonsai here is actually a little bit risky because if you do that and you still lose the conflict, you're going down to 2 honor. Yeah, so he just does it once. So mozi will need 2 more skill here if he wants to break. Doesn't have it. It'd have to. Ooh, a hurricane punch would have been ideal there, but yeah, it looks like he's just not gonna have it. So he has to pass there. He will steal an honor though, and he will definitely keep the imperial favor. So potato down to 3 honor now. We see him play a wayfinder. Ooh, and he finds flooded waste. That's pretty good. So he played the wayfinder to protect from Way of the Crab. Definitely have to do that there. It's interesting though, he could have actually played that earlier, like during that one conflict where they were tied, and then put a fate on it. I guess he wanted to save his fate though. Mozi's gonna discard all of his holdings except Karada here. Finds his own Yori, a Caillou Envoy, that's good. Yeah, you definitely play that. And a Tainted Hero. So if you have charge, you probably just play Yori and leave hero there. You might do that even if you don't have charge, though. Potato gets the passing fate. He played a Witch Hunter there. Seems good. Man, they've just played like very few attachments this game. We had a couple of fans and a talisman on this side. And a Finger of Jade, I guess, and then mozi just hasn't played any attachments. I imagine he has like at least 1 or 2 in his hand that are just kind of dead right now. We see a Spyglass there. Mozi's going to go for this Earth Ring. Earth Ring is definitely looking extremely tempting. You have your own Yori now, so that cancels out his Yori. It had 2 fate on it, and drawing and discarding when the hand sizes are 4 to 2 is very good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it looks like Yori is not working. Yeah, so they're just going to cancel each other out here. It is 12 to 10. Technically 13 to 15, but you know. We do see the charge on Tainted Hero. So he's actually 17. This is going to be kind of weird. 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to 18. Oh, hey, Evan. Yeah, this is happening. All right. It's been a pretty interesting game, and it's been going on for how long now? Only 40 minutes. It seems longer than that for some reason. I guess because mozi went through his whole Dynasty deck once already. With Satoshi. That was fun. He's going to get 2 discards there, though, because he did use Yori. So discards Way of the Crab and Finger of Jade. Pretty good. You don't care about the Finger of Jade too much, but it's nice knowing that he has one less way of the crab, I guess. Wayfinder is going to go at Meditations, just a poke here to get the fade off the Void Ring and prevent mozi from using it. Seems good. Man, mozi's board is so big. It'll be a lot easier next turn once a lot of this clears. Are comments not showing up on the stream anymore? They should be. Oh, shoot. My bad. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally hid the... I was going through and hiding a bunch of stuff because I had been streaming something different, so I had different things showing. And I accidentally hid the text thing. Thanks for letting me know about that. So both of the Witch Hunters are going to get used here. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Tainted Hero. Ooh, wow, that's really strong, actually. Tainted Hero sacrifices his other Keeper Initiate, so now he can go for a water attack here and get all 3 of the Keepers back. That's some pretty sick tech, actually. I think Tainted Hero is actually better than people give him credit for. Like, obviously he's not great, but he's actually not that bad, especially if you're running Charge. And also, especially if you have Broker in your deck, which he does. We see a rebuild to get a Kuni Lab, which is going to get him finally the break on Karada District. Took a while, but we got there. Watering readies the Tainted Hero as well, so he'll definitely be able to defend any military attack now. Yeah, he's immune to political duels, that's true. I've heard some people talking about how... Ooh, Reprieve on Witch Hunter, nice. The rumors for the new Crab Stronghold, like, I guess it would just be in our clan pack, is like some kind of Berserker-themed stronghold that makes Berserkers with Dash Political more playable. And there's like no evidence for that. That's just like speculation right now, but I think if that is true, Tainted Hero could potentially work his way into some more decks, because he's actually not a bad card. So mozi's board's still pretty big here, actually. He's just slowly chipping away at Potato. They both have 1 card in hand. Potato's down to 3 honor. Mozi could actually weigh the crab here, but doesn't really need to. And probably doesn't have it either. He only has 1 card. These 2 Vanguard Warriors are a pretty good find, though. He's going to be able to put some fate on his Witch Hunter. Oh, no, he's going to play Kasada instead. I think maybe you use Satoshi here. No, he just passes. Interesting. They both bid 1. So mozi now has his Karada District turned on, and Purple Potato does not have one anymore. So we should be able to see mozi take control of the attachment game. He'll probably have to save that this turn in case there's a reprieve. You don't want this Kuniori to stick around for another turn if possible. He hasn't played any reprieves yet. He is running them, right? Yeah, he is. That would be crazy not to. But I mean, he is not running rebuild, so you never know. Potato's going to attack Upholding Authority, contesting the Voidering. Again, wants to prevent mozi from voiding his Witch Hunter. Oh, he did play 1? Did I not see it? Oh, I think you're talking about Mozi, right? Yeah, I was talking about Potato. He hasn't played any reprieves yet. Hey, Isomalt. How's it going? What's happening here? So he won that conflict. He's deciding who's not playing Rebuild. Purple Potato is not playing Rebuild. He has a pretty interesting deck. When you first look at it, it looks pretty normal because it's just like Unicorn Splash with a bunch of normal stuff. But then when you take a closer look, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. He has no Satoshi, which I was talking about earlier. He has no Rebuild. He's running Defend the Wall still over Upholding Authority. Yori, Intimidating Kita, a lot of weird stuff in there. And I definitely think that not running Satoshi and Crab is just a mistake. Like, I don't think there's any reason not to run him. So we see an attack on Meditations here. Going for this air ring, just slowly going to grind out a victory one way or the other. Either Purple Potato will run out of honor or his stronghold will break. We see a pass, so he's just preventing the honor loss here. Kuniyori discards a card. It's going to be a Fine Katana, so only one card left still. And that's the other thing, is Purple Potato hasn't even gotten to use his Kuniyori because his honor is so low that he just can't even do it. Whereas Mozi has just been continually discarding cards ever since this Kuniyori came into play on his side, which is helping him keep that hand advantage here. Ooh, he forgot to use Meditations as well. Oh no, he probably used it for Kasada. No, he just didn't have another action, so because Kasada was there, he just couldn't use it. That's fair. Yori going to attack Upholding Authority here. We see a defense. It's going for the Fire Ring. And there's the pass. So Potato will have to defend his stronghold here. He should be able to, though. Witch Hunter unbows Yori, so he has a lot of skill. I think Mozi... Yeah, you just have to unbow Satoshi, I guess. How many rebuilds has he played? 2 rebuild. If he does have another rebuild, that would potentially be good. He could get an extra buff off of the Guardian, and he could get... what do you call it? The Kuni Lab. He's going to use Satoshi here. I don't really like using Satoshi here rather than... I mean, I guess he took the Passing Fate, so that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. He could have used it during the Dynasty phase, but he was just hoping to get the Imperial Palace there for the extra buff. He is going to attack the Stronghold. We do know that this is Rally to the Cause, so I believe this will get flipped to military, since Potato has more military skill here. So yeah, he is winning this on defense, which is good. Yeah, I'm just going to win that. So he won't take an Earth Ring there, which is pretty good. Mozi needs to use his Vanguard Warrior. There he goes, puts it on Satoshi. So yeah, this way you'll have Satoshi for next round, so you can dupe. Right, Yori is not working. The buff on him is not working. They both had the same number of characters in that conflict, though, so it wouldn't have mattered, I believe. Tattooed Wanderer. Okay, so he's afraid of the way of the crab here, which is fair. Although he would be giving up a witch hunter for it, so I don't know. I guess it's fine. All right, let's see. Ooh. So this is the downside of Kogoe being unique, is that you flip two of them with 12 fate, and you can't play both. So it's just going to be Kogoe and a Mystic here, which is not really going to be a lot. Uh, we'll see what he can do though. He does get to use the ability though, which is nice. Pick which card he wants to draw this turn. You can put Fate on Kogoe, yeah. He probably should have put at least one Fate on her. I don't know. I don't think it's really going to matter, though, is it? It probably won't matter. Yeah. I mean, I doubt Mozi is going to try and, like, void that this turn, so it'll just last till next turn anyway, and I don't see the game really lasting that much longer, so I don't think it's necessarily a mistake. We see, ooh, Cloud on Kasada, okay. Kuniyori discards Assassinate. That is a little bit unfortunate for Mozi. That card is pretty dead here. There's no way he's going to get higher than 3 honor. It's not going to be the break, though. The Stronghold is enough there, but the Watering brings into play his 3 Keeper Initiates, and with the Kuni Lab here and Kasada still not used, I think this is probably going to be it for Purple Potato. Like, you unbow Intimidating Hida, and then he just attacks with everybody Earth and wins. Oh, he sacrificed the Mia Mystic to ready the Witch Hunter. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Also, it keeps the Shugenjin play, I guess. I don't know. I probably would have kept the Mystic there, because that way if he plays a Reprieve on Yori, you can at least kill it. Probably won't matter, though. I think he's just going to be dead. Ooh, he's going Void. Why'd he go Void? Okay. I guess it didn't matter. He only had 1 card left. Like, what's he going to do? If you did go Earth, though, you could have just had 4 extra skill. But yeah, that's going to be it. So Crab is going to get the win there. A little bit unexpected, but you know. But yeah, it is going to be Mozi winning out here. Yeah, that top deck keeper was insane. All right. So yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely like Mozi's deck is pretty crazy, don't get me wrong, with the Dragon Splash and Charge and everything, but he still has the cards that are really important, which are like the Satoshi, um, the Rebuild. Those are the cards that are really, really important in this matchup. If you don't have those and your opponent does in the Crab Mirror, you're just probably going to lose. So I think not including those in your deck is just a mistake. Yeah, and obviously Mozi is just a super good player also. So, played that really well. But yeah, like, you just... there's no reason not to run Rebuild and Satoshi in a Crab deck right now. I think everyone should have those cards if they're playing Crab. But yeah, good game. Pretty interesting one there. But that's going to be it here, so thank you everyone for watching. Mozi is my hero. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.